So this is really, really hard. We've been at this like a day and a half, chopping continuously. We're starting to get some real progress, and I could really connect with folks 200 years ago, 250 years ago, hacking away in the woods, you know, making a canoe. It's hard work and it's painful. You know, you wake up in the morning and you say, another day of chopping, but it's starting to move along a little bit faster. So we're just gonna keep on at it. So we've been at this a couple of days. Eric has been gone. He hasn't seen what we've done, so hopefully he'll be excited about how much progress we've made. Hey, Eric.
John, good to see you.
We've been hacking at this thing, so hopefully you'll like the looks of what it looks like.
Well, I'm excited to see the progress. Let's check it out.
Okay. I think you can tell by the chip pile how we've been doing.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, you guys are choppers. And this is day 2?
This is day 2-ish, yeah. I mean, I worked a little bit over the weekend by myself, but not that much. Hacking away at it, and this morning we really moved through it in a great quantity.
Great. Wow, it looks really well, and you guys are doing just a fantastic job here.
So we're at, this thing is 13 inches all the way, right? So
right.
We want to have, I didn't want to go too deep, too much on this depth-wise. We're about 9 inches deep right now. Right here.
Okay.
And pretty much all the way through.
Okay, so that gives you about a 4-inch floor right now. And you would want that floor to be around 2 inches.
Okay.
So as you come up on that, then you slow down a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
So we've got another issue here, and that is, here's a knot. How do we deal with this as we go through?
Okay, so knots will leak because of the way the wood shrinks. And so I've actually been through this before, and here's what I've discovered. You know, if you look at a lot of these old canoes, these artifacts,
right?
They have what they're calling thwarts, and they're a thickened strip that goes across like this, and they're really pretty random where they're placed and how they're placed, and there's a lot of speculation as to why they're there. And I think those are for knots. And so basically, if you just leave this about 4 inches thick for a little ways on each side of this knot, you give yourself a lot more wood there to help keep that sealed. How many man hours do you think you have on it?
I would say that at this point we're running 25, something like that.
Boy, that's a lot of work.
What do you think? Do we just keep on going? What's our next step is?
Okay, so at this point, yes, I would get that floor to where you have about a 3-inch thick floor.
Okay.
Once you have that, then get your sides to where they're an inch and a quarter.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And from there, it gets a little finer where you don't want to do much deep chopping because you might gouge too far.
Right.
Well, John, it looks to me like you're there.
Okay.
And you've done a lot of work here, obviously, and I think the next thing is to go ahead and flip it over and look at where these knots, look at what the bottom looks like and where the knots are coming through so that you know where they're going to come
we
through.
have to protect, yeah.
And then shape up the ends to whichever profile you like. I'm sure you've seen in the historic documentation that there's a number of different end profiles and you can kind of choose one.
Okay. I guess let's figure out how to get this thing turned over.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Let it, yep, and just let it flop. It'll be all right. Woo, makes a nice sound. All right, this all looks really good right here. I see right here there's probably a knot under that, but it's covered with good wood, so I don't think we need to worry about that. And then right here we have a knot that's coming through, and I suspect that that may leak as the wood changes as it ages.
Right.
And it's a little soft in there. I call that punky. And so as that, you might get some leakage if you don't leave a bulkhead.
Now we need to think about the ends, right?
Yes, so the ends. So you have basically two end designs that you've seen them both in the historic documentation.
Right.
There's the scow end, which just comes straight up like just a straight sloop.
Like a John boat.
Yeah,
yep.
like just a straight end with straight sides. And then there's the more bow shape on the hourglass. And interestingly, if you burn the tree down and burn it in two, you end up with that sort of a natural bow shape on there. So it's up to you which of those you decide to use. They're both in the historic documentation. They probably have some differences, but to be honest, I've never made a scow end, so I don't know what that's going to be.
Well, I think what we'll do, I think we'll do a scow end over there, and we'll do a pointy end over here. So we're just going to start axing this away and see what we get.
So you're going to try one of each. That's a great idea.
We'll do one of each.
All right.
Okay. Hey, it's going, it's floating. It's doing a great job. It's heavy in the water, but hey, it's feeling good. Well, it's a pretty incredible ride for the first time in the water. It's still, you know, it's heavy. There's a lot of finish work we have to do on this. We're probably gonna take another easy 100 pounds off when we do the final burn on the inside of this next week. Can't wait. Even now, this is a fun ride and a great canoe. It rides way up in the water. You can put a lot of stuff in this. Special thanks to Eric Vostein on this. Check out the link in the description and make sure to check out our next episode. Thanks for watching today.